boxing fans? Y'all know who this is. Coach Kirkland. Listen, Zab Judah getting into a street fight over shooting dice. Now, man, I don't know what to say, man. You know, it's bad enough already that boxing has, you know, this black eye, you know, and not just that, that MMA is trying to basically wipe us out, trying to wipe out the whole boxing business because they think that their MMA thing is really blowing up and there's no need for boxing. It's okay. Listen, this doesn't help boxing, man, you know. Now, you work hard to become a professional boxer. You did all of that work, all of those bouts, all of those wins, and some of those losses to get where you are, to throw it away out there in the street trying to be a thug, playing dice, and you don't even really need to do that. This is what I'm not understanding, man. Why take the chance? Now, you've earned this power. And this is what I tell my guys. You know, I'm a coach. I coach people, you know, young boys how to box and all. And one thing that I don't just want them to come into the gym and learn how to box. I want them to take some knowledge out there with them other than just knowing how to use their hands. I want them to understand that along with that power come a lot of respect. Now you hear that everywhere, you know. I mean, Mike Tyson learned it the hard way. Evander Holyfield, Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Leonard. Any boxer that you basically can think of have learned. Along with this power comes a lot of respect, and one of the respects happens to be that you don't go into public and run around like you're just a regular guy, because you're no longer a regular guy. You have an image to uphold, you have a fan base, you have people who literally probably would never have known you if it wasn't for boxing, you know. And you don't go out in the street and still try to act like the little thug you was before you got into the boxing business and became a pro and was making big money at it, you know? I mean, you're really not doing boxing any good doing that. And you're not doing yourself any justice, because now I can guarantee you, if man was smart enough, the man that you beat up on in the street, playing dice, no matter how wrong, you know, he was for cheating, maybe he cheated or whatever he did to start that whole fiasco. But the bottom line is, man, that here you are, your name, Zab Judah, not your buddies, the ones who was hanging with you, or your bodyguards, or whoever they was helping you beat this guy down. But the bottom line is that Zab Judah is the big name, and that's the name they're gonna go after, man. So you're gonna lose some money on this one because you wasn't thinking. You didn't use your head at all. You basically went into this, you know, into this thug mode. And trying to play Mr. Tough Guy when you're a professional boxer who's supposed to represent the sport. Now, if you do have a gym, which I'm probably sure you do somewhere in Brooklyn or Manhattan or wherever in New York, you know, that's cool. And I hope that you're trying to give these young boys something more than just teaching them how to fight. You basically have to teach them how to walk with this power, man. You know, you don't just, you know, I mean, I got a young man right now. I have a couple of young men that's kind of torn between the streets and trying to get their life right and go down the path of really doing something positive with their life through the boxing, you know. Boxing opens up a lot of doors for these young people, man. And that hurts, like I said, boxing as a whole. Now, if we want to keep boxing here and you know, have people kind of respect it because of the people before us have laid down, you know, a lot of the respect for boxing, and they put their lives on the line for boxing. You know, they don't really do. I mean, the smart ones don't do anything to jeopardize, you know, this livelihood of theirs. You know, this is your livelihood right now, man. I don't even think you really ever had a real job before that you had to get up 9 to 5. Other than boxing, you had to get up and train. That is a job. That's hard, but one thing, you know, and I'm going to tell you one thing, man. You had better be glad it's who it was. You know what I'm saying? Because, dude, if he was strapped, I can guarantee you, Mr. Zab Judah, you'd be Slab Judah. You would have been one dead boxer. And then we all had to honor you with that 10 count because you was out in the street doing something foolish that got you hurt, you know, fatally, you know? So, I mean, you know, keep yourself safe. And think about your kids, man. I'm sure you have kids. And you know, if it's splattered all over YouTube like that, Your kids are going to see this thing, man. And if that's what you're teaching your kids, well, you know, boxing is going to have a hard time in the future if they plan on following your footsteps. So, man, you know, so all you young boxers out there, man, do not, because they ain't going to do nothing but get you killed, you know, because of your name. You know, everybody going to be going after your name. But, you know, you got with a guy who didn't train, he didn't box, he didn't do any, he's just a mouthy wannabe thug that you beat up on. Okay? That's no kudos for you. You know what I'm saying? You don't, that's no mark for you, man. But, you know, you done did it now. You using them hands, them registered fists out in the street. That was a dumb move. So, you guys can agree, disagree. I don't give a snap. But the bottom line, it was wrong. Wrong. Zab Judah, it was wrong. Peace out, man. To all you young boxers, don't follow this cat, man. You know, what accomplishments he made in the ring, cool. The way he acts outside of, you know, on the street, don't follow it, man. I got to go. I'll talk to you brothers later. Oh, yeah. Keep your guard up and stay out of trouble. I tell my guys that all the time. Peace, man.